Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the San Diego Padres rebuild here on MLB The Show 24. In the last episode, we started up another season of Padres baseball after, unfortunately, in the last year number 2, losing in the NLCS. We couldn't get the job done. We went through the offseason. We came back. We have a new-look squad, including a new ace, Shane McClanahan. And in the last episode, opening day and the rest of the month of April and all that kind of stuff, we saw our debuts, and we saw our new additions absolutely, shove. Emmanuel Clase, dominating. McClanahan, pitching really, really well. Brian Bello, pitching really, really well. And then on the lineup side of things, Lane Thomas is hitting decent. Tatis is hitting well. Guerrero Jr., new addition, is hitting well. Nolan Gorman not hitting as well, but he'll heat up. Colt Keith is struggling a little bit, but that's to be expected because we're still looking to figure out what to do with Colt Keith. Gunnar Henderson's hitting well. Salas, the rookie. Well, he's not a rookie anymore, but the youngster, dominating so far in his 26 games. Jackson Merrill's hitting really well. Pena's kind of struggling right now, but he'll heat up. Don't worry. So we need to figure out if we can keep this hot streak going. Can we sustain the hotness that we have going? And also, is there a third baseman out there that we could use? Alec Boehm is interesting. He has no home runs through 11 games, but he's hitting .382. He's 83 overall. Alec Boehm is intriguing. He could be a guy to play third base for us to play DH for us because Colt Keith just not really getting the job done too much. So I might make a little bit of a trade here before the deadline even and go after the Phillies' Alec Boehm to sub in at DH for us. Oh, never mind. They have negative $30 million. They can't make any trades because we'd have to take back $30 million and I don't think that Alec Boehm is making $30 million. Yeah, we'd have to take back 24.7, and we obviously can't do that because we have no money. Or we have a little bit of money, but we don't have that kind of money. So Alec Boehm is off the table, at least for this season, as a possible DH replacement. I don't know why they have him on the deadline or on the trading block if they have no money to actually accept any trades. So he's a free agent this year. Maybe we look in the offseason to bring Alec Boehm in to be a potential DH for us. Everybody else that could be a possible DH, Patrick Wisdom could be a DH. He's not really hitting that well this year. Yelich is too expensive. Jonathan India is not really a DH type. Eloy Jimenez is actually a nice DH option. He's a free agent after the year, so it'd be a rental for the season. Eloy Jimenez, I would not mind bringing in as a DH. Now, what we have to bring back to get him, or what we have to give up to get him, would be just Colt Keith. Do I want to give up on Colt Keith right now? For Eloy, who's, 29 or something like that? Yeah, 29. He'd just be a straight up DH for half a season. This feels kind of stupid. This feels really wrong. I feel like I could get Eloy in the offseason if I absolutely wanted him. And I don't really want to give up Colt Keith straight up like that. I feel like that's a waste. But there's not really anybody else that I want to go on the trade block. I guess I could make my own trade if I absolutely really needed to. The good news is we have Christian Walker who's hitting against lefties. But we need a DH against righties. We don't really have a guy that can dominate righties that well. I mean, Wyatt Langford hits righties decently well. Maybe we give Wyatt a shot at DH against righties. Let's do that. Let's give Wyatt Langford the DH role against righties. Walker will still have the DH against lefties, and we'll see how that goes for the month of May. So we'll start simulating here. Let's get going. We beat the Rockies in Game 1. We beat the Rockies in Game 2, and now we have a scouting assignment day. So that's a nice little start. We've got 95% on Rodrigo Cabrera and Benito Casilla. But we also are going to continue scouting those guys just to get to 100% on them. I want to know for sure. We sweep the Rockies. Beautiful. And now we have our first jump-in opportunity. Nolan Gorman We're winning 10-3 against the Cardinals. Guerrero Jr.'s on first. Walker's on second. Gorman has a chance for 3 home runs. I guess this is as good an opportunity as any to make our first appearance of the episode with gameplay. Let's do it. Nolan Gorman, I said in the beginning that he's going to heat up, and I believe that. I truly believe Nolan Gorman will heat up. He's one of our better power hitters. One of our better power hitters we have on the team. Although he has gone down probably because with the addition of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But he's had a little bit of a rocky start to the season. I do believe he will start to cook a little bit here. And maybe this is the beginning of it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, wow. The playoff predictor has us winning 104 games this year. I mean, we're on pace to do that. I'd love to win over 100 games. That would be amazing. That would certainly shove it right in the Dodgers' face. I'd love to win over 100 games. I'd love to break the Mariners record. Nolan Gorman will have himself a base hit. They're not going to send the runner, but hey, a base hit's a base hit for Nolan Gorman. Got to get that average up any way possible, baby. And we do hold on for the win, obviously. Walker has an RBI single. We get an 11-3 win. Nolan Gorman, 2 home runs. Couldn't get him that 3rd home run, unfortunately. But Shea McClanahan, another beautiful start. 9 strikeouts. Love to see it. I'm so happy we brought him in. I'm just like, I cannot believe we actually got him. Like, Shea McClanahan is one of those guys that I always try to get in every series, but I'm never able to because he's just so good. But we finally had the pieces to get him. I'm so happy. We take 2 of 3 against the Cardinals. Clase is on the mound, up by 1. With 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, Emmanuel Clase, I believe in you. The Tampa Bay Rays rocking their City Connects, which I do like a lot. I like the neon yellow or neon green and neon blue and stuff with the black. Looked really good. Oops, was I supposed to throw that? I might have been able to, or I might have been the one to throw that. That's my bad. I kind of thought that I was just Clase for a second. A little bit of a brain fart there. That's okay. So he steals second. But we get the out here, and they're not going to send him. So basically, no harm done. Brandon Lau flies out to center field. The runner does not advance to third, even though he probably could have. And now we take on Henry Davis, who I thought was in Pittsburgh. I guess he got traded or something, because he should still be on his arbitration deals. He shouldn't have left Pittsburgh unless it was a trade. Can Tatis get there to make the final out? Yes, he can. What kind of question is that? Of course, Tatis can get there. Ultra athletic. We get the job done. Clase gets the save, his 14th of the season. Bello gets another win. Happy we brought him in too. Vladdy hit a home run in the game. And we continue to dominate. We continue to win. Let's keep it moving. We lose against the Rays in Game 2, and now we have a scouting assignment day. We got to 100% on these guys. Benito Casilla could be a solid player for us. Looks like a decent pitcher. We'll change all these guys. We have pick number 28, so we're still scouting a little bit deeper into the first round because we're not going to be taking any guys higher than that. So let's keep scouting a little bit further down the board. Maybe we can find some diamonds in the rough. You never know. You never really know if you can find a diamond in the rough or not. Usually not. MLB The Show does not really give you a lot of diamonds in the rough, but maybe we could find somebody. Finalize the scouting, and let's keep simulating on. Devin Williams in a tough situation. We hold on for the win, though. Good job. Bieber's got a shutout. We get the win. Castillo's got a shutout going as well. Back-to-back shutouts against the Cardinals. Can we get a 3rd straight? Oh, my God. We actually did. We actually shut the Cardinals out in 3 straight games. They didn't score a single run in 3 games against us. Oh, my God. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I don't know when the last time is I've done that. That's kind of wild. Tatis at the plate with a 13-game hitting streak. We're getting killed by the White Sox. You know what, Tatis? I'll try to keep your hitting streak alive. It's not really a big deal because we're losing 9-3, but I'll try. It's also an excuse to see the City Connect uniforms for the Padres because I do like them. They're kind of off the wall. You wouldn't really think that this would be a color scheme for the Padres, but hey, I like them. And we are going to be able to keep the hitting streak alive. Tatis into center field, base hit. They're going to send Walker to third. He'll be able to get there pretty comfortably. And Tatis keeps the hitting streak alive. Can we make a comeback? That'd be amazing if we could. That would be amazing if we could, and we cannot. Unfortunately, we cannot. Let me go to Tatis. I want to see the base hit again. How close was it? Ooh, it just got past the outstretched glove of, who is that man? Urias? I don't know who that would be. Luis Urias? Is that the name? Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know, but it barely got past his glove, is basically what I'm thinking here. And Tatis gets his hitting streak alive. Good job, Fernando. Fernando Tatis. And he gives a little salute. A little salute. Ooh, thumbnail action? Thumbnail, possibly? I think we might have ourselves a little thumbnail. Screenshot. I don't like that one. I like this one. Ooh, a little side angle, maybe? How about this? Right there. All right, 2 different angles for you. You know you're going to see the screenshot, basically. Look for that thumbnail. Okay, so we lose against the White Sox 11-3. They added more runs. Unfortunate. But we can come back with a win here. Walker, 11-game hit streak. No, they put up 9 runs again. Oh, my God. Can we just not hit the White Sox? They're not good. And we're getting beat by them. I don't know what's going on here. Eric Clark, we got up to 100%, so we'll scout some more people. Who's next? Who's going to be the next guy to get scouted? It's going to be this guy right here, Cedric O'Malley. We're going to scout you and keep moving on. Can we not get swept by the White Sox, please? Oh, my God, we got swept by the White Sox. That's kind of embarrassing. How do we come off of a series where we sweep the Cardinals and don't allow a single run to where we don't allow, or we allow more than 9 or more runs in each game against the White Sox, who are completely garbage? I know the Cardinals are not as good or not great, but they're better than They are better. Cardinals are better than the White Sox, basically is what I'm saying here. If I could ever get that out. The Cardinals are better than the White Sox, and we sucked against the White Sox. Kind of embarrassing. Get swept by them. Playing the Diamondbacks. Wyatt Langford cannot get the job done there. And can we at least get the job done against the Diamondbacks? This is not a good situation for Reed Detmers, and it ends up biting him. We lose 2 of 3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're 37-13, still 7.5 games up on the Dodgers, which is beautiful. As long as we can keep a good, solid distance over the Dodgers, I will be happy. But I'd really not like to lose to teams that are not as good as us. We're back-to-back series where we've lost to teams that are under 500. It's kind of embarrassing. Let's figure it out. Nationals, we lose to them. Speaking of under 500, they are god-awful this year. We beat the Nationals there, finally. Thank God. 100% on Joseph Nelson. We'll keep scouting. Can we find anybody that might be sneaky, sneaky good? Maybe Harvey Vila. Let's keep simulating. We lose to the Nationals again. Okay, let's change some things. We've had a streak where we played the bad White Sox, the bad Diamondbacks, the bad Nationals, and the bad A's. And we have come out with more losses than wins against all those teams. That is kind of wild. Kind of wild, actually, here to end the month of May. Luckily, we sweep the A's, which is absolutely what we should have done because they suck. 40-15. Do the A's have that one pitcher? Where's he at? Is he not on the team? Don't they have a guy, Mason Miller or whatever his name is? He throws like 119, something like that. Let me search for him in the player search. Player search. First name is Mason, right? Mason. There's not a lot of people with the first name Mason. So maybe this roster, oops, that's Mason. Okay. Oh, he's the closing pitcher for the Angels. Oh. He was in Oakland, and then he must have got traded last season. Okay, I thought he was a starting pitcher. Is he not a starting pitcher? Hold on, let me Google Mason Miller for a second. Let me just Google him. Mason Miller. Is he a starting pitcher? It doesn't say that he's a starter. Let me see. I could have sworn he was a starter. Maybe I was wrong. He might just be a closer. What's his stats say? Yeah, he's not starting games. He's saving games. Okay. So he is a closer. I was just wrong. That's my mistake. I just assumed he was a starter. But he is a closer. So, that's good to know. So he is in the league. He's just on the Angels instead of the A's. He got traded. So, although he killed it, 38 saves, pretty awesome. Now I kind of want him. I kind of want. I don't know if I make the trade for him now, or if I make the trade for him at all. Is there a way that we get him? I don't even know if we need him, really. I'd put him in my bullpen. I would be willing to give up this guy, Woo Suck Go. I'd be willing to give up him. I'd be willing to give up Tom Cosgrove, really, is who I'd be willing to give up. That's who I'd be willing to give up. And then I'd be willing to give up... Who else? Who else would I be willing to give up for him? Probably not a whole lot. And definitely not Mariano Alfonso, who our first ever draft pick is playing really well in AAA. Maybe we see him called up to the big leagues next year. You never know. Who do I want to give up? Shane Bagley? Probably not. Shane Bagley I like. Joe Adele's no. Mason Wynn's a certainly no. DeVries is no. I would be willing to give up Matthew Baton because he's 30 years old and I don't like him. And then probably Marcos Castanon, who's not good. Okay, big trade. Big old trade. Mason Miller headed to the San Diego Padres. Welcome aboard the new addition. The new addition to the baseball team is Mason Miller. In the bullpen. Pitcher rotation, Mason Miller now enters the bullpen. Awesome. Hopefully he can get the job done. Help us out. Nice little youngster, 27 years old, throws absolute gas. I may need to even bump those numbers up because of how fast he throws. Let's edit him a little bit here. Attributes, pitching, he needs to throw gas. So his velocity is 99 on the fastball. His slider velocity will get bumped up slightly. His velocity on his cutter gets bumped up. And his velocity on his circle change will get... His velocity on circle change will get bumped up because, of course it will. So, absolute gas for Mason Miller. Does that bump his overall up at all? It makes him an 81 instead of an 80. But now he throws even more gas than original. So, awesome. That's the whole point, because he throws like 103. Beautiful. Big trade. I wasn't expecting to make a trade in this episode. Or at least I was looking for a DH, but not a pitcher, that's for sure. We win against the Braves, who are a good team. Of course we're going to beat the good teams. We can't beat the freaking Nationals, White Sox, or Diamondbacks, but we can beat the Braves. Of course we can. Now we have an issue where there's 27 people on the active roster because I added in Mason Miller and Clay Holmes is still here. So what we're going to have to do is probably move a pitcher like Trevor Rogers, who's kind of gotten hit a lot. 4.38 or 4.38 ERA with a 1.59 whip and a .54. Trevor Rogers probably goes down to AAA just for a little bit here. So that way we have Mason Miller staying up. The bullpen stays strong. We will have Matt Strahm go to long relief because he's got a little bit more stamina, 37. Oh, wait, no. Kopech goes to long relief. We'll have these guys here and then Mason Miller right there. Perfect. Okay, let's keep moving. We sweep. We haven't swept the A's or the Braves yet, but we are getting pretty close. Another simulation or another scouting day. Sheldon Ramos, Cedric O'Malley. I think we will keep these guys. I mean, we kind of basically know how good these guys are. Let's change them. We basically know how good those guys are. We don't need to keep scouting 5% more. Waste a whole week on 5%. We don't need to do that. So let's keep Let's keep looking. Let's go a little bit deeper. I always get caught so deep into the draft not knowing how good guys are and just taking like guesses, wild guesses. I want to go a little bit deeper and find some guys that could be around in like the 4th, 5th round. I never really have that luxury. So we don't sweep the Braves, but we do take 3 of 4, which is nice. Big series against the Dodgers. Lose game 1. Jeremy Pena tied ball game. We get the win. And Lane Thomas is at the plate with the runners on the corners. You know what? This is a good situation. I'm going to jump in. First time hitting with Lane Thomas today. Can we get the lead? Or at least tie the game? We got runners on the corners, 2 outs. Scott Barlow on the mound. Ooh, good pitch. That's a good starting pitch. The slurve low and inside, very inside. He knew that if I was going to swing it, that I was going to jam myself and hit a ground ball. He knows what he's doing. But that time he leaves the slider or the slurve way outside. Easy no swing there. Makes the count 1-1. That time he puts the slider low, and I just tipped a little bit. Got a little piece of it. Is he going to give me something to hit? He did, and I missed it because I am a jabroni. Oh, that's so stupid. That was a base hit that I just wasted. And now I'm going to swing at that BS. Oh, I suck. I want to beat myself with a wooden mallet. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. How did I suck so bad that I did that? So McLean hits a RBI double, but CJ Abrams hit a solo homer, so it's now 4-3 instead of 3-2. Exact same situation, except for not runners on the corners, runners on first and second. And I missed that baseball with Tatis, which is just as embarrassing. And what am I doing? Why am I the dumbest boy on the planet? What am I doing? I'm a jabroni. Come on, figure it out, Juice. Tatis stares at that one, 1-2. Come on, Fernando. Fernando Tatis. Just a little base knock. Oh, my God, I suck so big. Ball. Why do I suck so many balls? God. Gunnar Henderson up the middle, not going to be good enough to even get a base hit. I am a big old loser boy. Is that the ball game? No, we get one more chance. This game is just asking me to win. And I just keep saying, nah, I'm good. I don't really need to win. The third opportunity they've given me to try to get this game back. They're begging me to win. Absolutely begging me to win. And I just not taking it. Come on, Christian Walker. Do the dang job. I know it's me who's controlling him, but I'm yelling at them because I don't want to take responsibility. Do your job, Walker. Ball 1. Come on. I can do this. I am good at this video game. Good enough. Christian, what am I doing? Why am I just the worst? That's the 3rd time that's happened. Stop swinging at that, Juice. Campusano, double play, game over. Why am I just got off? You know what? I'm not jumping into the game this episode. That was just too embarrassing. That's just... I had 3 chances. 3 chances! And I'd screwed it up. All of them. And they were all ugly in their own ways. Oh, my God. That's just brutal. So we lose 2-3 over the Dodgers. Can we get a win here? Yes, finally. We come back with the Rockies. Thank God we play the Rockies, although they beat us there. But we got 2-3 against them so far. 8 games up on the Dodgers, so even with the series that they took over us 2-3 or 2-1, we still have an 8-game lead over them, so that's beautiful. 95% on Henry Villa. We will change the prospect, and we'll go a good amount. We'll go super deep, and we'll look at this guy, Elias McCarthy. We'll see if he lives up to the hype. We beat the Rockies 3-4 or 3-1 in the series. Now we take on the Rangers, who's going to be a tough series, but we should be able to get the job done. We win the series 2-1. Now we play the Royals, who are not great, but they beat us in 2 games, so that's not great either. 95% on Ken Saunders. We will swap him out for somebody else. Let's keep on looking for another decent player that's a little bit deeper. Nobody's really got any eyes on him. And it'll be this guy right here, Keith Douglas. Sure, why not? Can we beat the Royals, please? No, we cannot. We get swept by the Kansas City Royals. That is... This whole episode has just been... Just ugh. From every possible way. Can we sweep the Mets, please? That's not good. Brian Bello with a shoulder strain. That is not ideal at all. Who do we got in the lineup then? We've got Kopech who comes in. Okay, I don't mind that. He can play. He can start a little bit, I guess. His pitching hasn't come up yet. 95 on all these guys. Some of these guys don't look too bad, especially for being like ranked 50th and all that stuff. But we'll keep going further and further. See if we can find any hidden gems. Probably not, but maybe. Bobby Schreiber. And somebody else. Who's that next guy going to be? I don't know. We got to find him. It's going to be this guy. Luis Gann. I don't know. Drew Campbell. Still injured. Good for him. Okay, Michael Kopech's first start. And he gets the win? Yes, he does. Good for Kopech. Clase's saving the game. Can we shut out the Tigers? Yes, we can. We sweep them, and Bello's perfect. Bello's healthy. So Kopech did his job. Michael Kopech did his job. He came in. He won a game. He started a game and got the win. And now Bello comes back in, and hopefully we'll get the job done. A couple of my pitchers are cold, but I believe in the rotation. And the Dodgers are 10.5 games back. We lose the Astros. Cubs have offered me a trade. James Triantos, who's a second baseman, 23-year-old A potential prospect. Okay. And they want Jackson Jobe, who's also an A potential 23-year-old prospect, having an okay season in AAA. We do have a lot of depth at the starting pitcher position. We have Jacob Mizorowski, we have Noble Meyer, and we have Eldridge Sanchez. All three viable options to come up and fill in this rotation. And we also have Justin Donnellan, who I like. So we have four potential guys, plus Jackson Jobe, who we've already seen at the major league level in year one, who did not do very well at all. And we get back a second base prospect, which we don't have a lot of depth of. You know what? I might do this trade. I don't usually accept the CPU trade offers because they're kind of garbage most of the time, but James Triantos, he could be a dude for us. He's got okay power, decent contact, decent fielding. He's A potential. He's 23 years old. He's had a little bit of MLB service time. He's had 69 games in AAA. Nice. Hitting okay. But he'd be a better depth second base prospect than what we have already with Egu. I don't know how to say his name. Rosario. He's a better option basically than him. I think I'm going to do this trade. I know that kind of sounds wild because it's Jackson Jobe, but at the end of the day, I like Mizorowski, Noble Meyer, and Eldridge Sanchez probably a little bit more than Jackson Jobe. So I'm going to do this, right? Maybe I can get somebody else for him? I can't accept it, or I can't change the trade. You know what? I'm going to do this trade. Jackson Jobe, you served us well, but it's time for you to move on. You're going to go to Chicago, and they probably do need a starting pitcher, don't they? They have Justin Steele. Yeah, all their guys are super old. They have Cade Horton, who's a nice youngster, but everybody else is super, super old, so they could use another youngster on their team. It makes sense for both teams. I'm going to do the trade. Welcome to the club, Triantos. Where's he at? Here he is. James Triantos. He's not going to be in Major League Baseball. He's going to be in AAA, but that's another top 50 prospect added to the rotation, or added to the minor league system, the farm system. I'm excited about that. That guy could be a stud. You never know. Jackson Jobe's a good player, but we have a lot of depth at pitcher. A lot of depth at starting pitcher. I could even start Trevor Rogers as starting pitcher for the AAA squad. Do we have any pitchers in the AAA system? You know what? Let's just put Trevor Rogers as starting pitcher. See what he does. See how he does. See if he can kill it. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens for the AAA squad. Okay, let's continue simulating. Finish up the month of June so that we can end this episode. We lose the Astros. Another scouting assignment day. We got 95% on Keith Douglas. This is basically going to be the final guy that we scout because we are not going to get too much more time. So let's figure out a guy that we actually want to find out about, and it's going to be Edgar Vasquez. That's going to be the final guy. So these are the final prospects because the draft is in 13 days. Let's not get swept by the Astros. Thank God. Okay. We don't get swept by the Astros. And we will lose game 1 against the Diamondbacks, who have actually done decently well since last time we played them right here. They've done decently well. But let's finish up the series. And Shane Bieber shuts them out, and we get the job done. Beautiful. Okay, so we will start the next episode with the draft, All-Star Week, and trade deadline stuff. But now that we made the trade for Mason Miller to add to the bullpen, and we traded away Jackson Jobe, which was kind of an unexpected move, I don't know if there's going to be many trades. I kind of like the team that we have. I like our starting rotation. I think everybody here is good enough for the postseason. I believe in everybody. I like our bullpen. We've got a good long relief guy and 6th starter in Michael Kopech. We've got nice middle relief guys with Yuki Matsui, Matt Strahm, and Clay Holmes. And then we got 2 really good setup guys in Mason Miller and Devin Williams. And then a stud of a closer and Emmanuel Clase. So this is about as good of a bullpen as we could ask for. And as good as the rotation. And then the lineup, we've got Walker, who's hitting first for some reason. I don't know why they switched that. Let's change that back. Lane Thomas can hit first. But we've got Lane Thomas. We've got Fernando Tatis. Vladdy's hitting really well. Nolan Gorman, I told you, would heat up a little bit. He's still cold, it says, but he's gotten more home runs. He's got more RBIs, and he's got his average up a little bit. So he has done better. Walker Langford kind of sucks a little bit, but he's going to get better. I hope so, at least. I lost my connection to the show for some reason. Gunnar Henderson playing well. Salas has kind of cooled off a little bit. He had a good early start of the season, but he's still young. He'll figure it out. And then Christian Walker and Jeremy Pena. I don't even know really what we would do to change anything. I think we're good. I don't even know. I mean, now I might reconsider when the next episode comes around and when I start filming the next episode, because maybe my mind will be changed about the trade deadline. Maybe something will happen. I don't know, but I like the team right now. I like the team, and we're winning games. We're losing some that we shouldn't lose, but we are winning a lot of the games that we should be winning. We are 59-28 in July, which is amazing. 10.5 games up on the Dodgers, which is beautiful, because usually the Dodgers are dominating, but they're not having as good of a year, and we're just having that much better of a year, which is really, really crazy. So love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.